Well, welcome to FOH this week, where we're doing the Monte Cristo Edmundo Dantes, exclusivo Mexico, for our friend Max Gutman over there. And this has been a cigar which is graciously been provided by Mr.
Michael Cigar.
We've got to them. They're a bit beaten up, but we're going to work our way through these because we never leave a man behind.
No, especially a cigar that's been so generously donated by one of our clients.
You haven't had an Edmundo Dante before, have you?
No, first time for me. I'm a virgin on this.
I've actually had several Edmundo Dantes over the years. I mean, probably a box in total, but mostly I've spoken to them in Havana. From these guys directly and from Max, and they've been. I've always found them to be a stunningly good cigar, to be honest.
Now, well, you know, the first impressions is they've got a different label on there.
Yeah, there is a different label.
You know, they don't have the standard Monte Cristo.
Well, you know that Monte, you know, under the true regional release program, you can't touch the big, I think
the big boys,
big boys, right? So this is Monte Cristo has broken that trend.
Yeah.
Aroma of cold?
On the cold, I get a beautiful peanut butter characteristic to it that I'm finding is prominent. What are you getting?
Milk coffee. Peanut butter. You know, it's got those elements of Monte Cristo plus some other things. I mean, I'm not quite. So let's get into it and let's find out exactly what it delivers.
Looking forward to it.
Smithy, initial thoughts in the first half inch?
First half inch, it's a good draw. You know, beautifully constructed cigar all round. It is beaten up a little bit through transportation, but the draw is superb. Look, I'm getting, again, that peanut butter's coming through, but just in the last couple of draws, touch of caramel, and it's settling in there. It's not medium yet. No. I feel it's a bit below medium. But
mine's just on medium.
But I think it's got a bit to go, you know.
It's class, isn't it? It's just
very, very smooth. Very smooth.
I'm getting a little bit. You're right. A little bit of caramel, some touches of milk coffee in there. You know, it's going to be just an excellent smooth, but it's rich at the same time. Well, it's medium in body, but it's rich in flavour.
Yeah, rich in flavour. You know, every draw you're getting a great volume of flavour.
I suppose there hasn't been a lot of these around the world. I mean, look, I know a lot of you have got these, but it's not one that you will find on a regular basis. However, they're worthwhile tracking down. I think they're one of the best of those releases. Okay, well, let's get into the first third. Kenny, I wish you were here.
Yeah.
Really.
This is one of those regionals you'd like, Kenny. Wouldn't be bitching and moaning.
I hardly ever bitches and moans, Ken.
It's beautiful, mate. It's absolutely beautiful.
It's a stunner, isn't it?
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Michael Cigar, congratulations.
Thank you very much, mate. It is. It's a gorgeous cigar that's beautifully balanced, super smooth. Like I said, that peanut to begin with, that's settled a bit. I'm getting a gorgeous charcoal characteristic coming through that I'm really enjoying. It's turning out to be a superb cigar. It's probably, it's just hitting medium for me. Just.
It's got that class of the Sir Winston, but in a Monte Cristo format, and it's soft. It's soft.
It's delicate.
Velvety.
Yeah, it's velvety
on the palate.
Yep.
But laced with complexity of that cocoa. Not so much the peanut butter now. You mentioned some coal coming through there.
Yeah, that charcoal coal characteristic, which is beautiful.
Yeah, just beautiful aroma.
Yeah.
From the smoke itself.
You'd be happy to smoke this every day.
Yeah, I would. To a point that, well, I would. I'd love to have these with Winnie's, etc. There.
Yeah, not as your only cigar,
but you know, I don't get me wrong. I love those Bolivar Corona Extras and the punchier cigars, Bolivar Petite Coronas, some Ras, whatever it is. But if I want something to sit back and contemplate, you know, Lisa's next pay review.
You'd want a short cigar for that one.
Well, no, I want the long one, so I'd have to just defer.
Work out excuses.
I
thought the short one. No,
it's a Monte.
Love you, Lise. You know that.
How can we keep you on side without giving you anything? Well, let's see if it's got any more tricks to it.
Yeah, this is my only
great cigar. A great cigar needs to have some tricks to it.
Yeah, exactly.
We need to see some complexity, some development.
Yeah, it's gone to that point now. It's got to start showing some complexity.
Well, the first third, mate, it's right on 92, 93 for me, that first third. even given its construction issues that we had from a bit of damage and transport, but it's still a 93 cigar.
Yep, yeah, gorgeous.
And I wouldn't have picked it.
Yep, no, not from not from the way it was looking.
But now I'm really looking forward to this next third.
Yep, definitely.
Second third, Smithy.
Yep. Well,
it hasn't really transformed.
No, I was just about to say that. Look, it's. We said that at the end of the first third, we're looking forward to where it's going to go, where it's going to progress to, and all that stuff. And it's maintained itself. Not saying that's a bad thing, but it just hasn't brought in that little bit of adventure that you expect from such a great cigar.
Well, it's hard to go from great to great.
Yeah.
And then criticise it because you can't.
Yeah.
But I still would like to see that
maybe a change
of pace.
Yeah, exactly. A change in flavour profile. So you can still go from great to great, but a different great. That's my disappointment with it. If you can have that as a disappointment.
I think the most thing, like you give the first section 92, 93, you give the second section 90, 91.
Yeah, 91. Yep.
You downgrade the whole cigar down to a 91 at this point in time.
Yeah, because it hasn't taken that adventure. Yeah, that complexity.
That's what's right about Cuban cigars is the ability to add complexity to the mix. And at this point, I'll mark it down a couple of points.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm totally with you.
Without doing the complexity side.
Still
Having
great
said that,
flavours.
Tremendous cigar. Don't get me wrong. But I just want to see a unveiling of something, just a little bit. Just give me a change of pace.
Yeah.
Just give me a little change of pace.
Totally with it. It's been a gorgeous cigar. It's been superb.
Yes, you wouldn't go too wrong.
No. We're splitting hairs here. We're being hard markers, but we expect the best.
Well, actually, we do. We often get the worst.
We've sat through the worst, so we want the best.
Yeah, I'm not pitching this anytime soon.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back at the end of the last third. Let's see what it has.
It's going to surprise us. It's going to surprise in that last. It's going to.
Well, I don't think it's going anywhere.
No, I don't think so either. I'll predict it now. At this point in time, I think I'll finish with it being a 91 cigar by not changing anymore. I'd like to be proven wrong.
It's so comfortable in its zone that I just can't see it changing. But maybe wrong.
Maybe.
Soon find out. Smithy, last third, Edmundo Dante.
Edmundo Dante.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I have thoroughly enjoyed it. Look, it's going to hit 91. It hasn't gone on a massive roller coaster of adventure of flavours. At the end, I was just picking up nice subtle touches of parsley and a touch of vanilla. But I think I might have been getting the vanilla from the Zacapa. I might be a bit wrong on that one. But the greenness, that freshness from the parsley, which is quite enjoyable. It's got a lot of life left in the cigar.
But strong 91, 92.
Yeah.
Just a cigar that you'd love to have in your rotation, to be honest.
Exactly. Look, if you can get your hands on a box of these, I'd grab them.
Just lacking the complexity.
Yeah,
Take up the 94, 95.
Yeah, exactly. It's all there to be that 94, 95, 6 cigar, but
I'd love to see the cigar in 2 years' time.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Cigar sent some more down, I must say.
In 2 years' time.
In 2 years' time. But I think that it's set up for a nice finish.
It's been a wonderful afternoon with a great cigar, and this is exactly, we've changed the world of rugby and
rugby, Zacapa,
and this is what great cigars is all about, really.
Cigars are never about the cigar, really. It's about the conversation. Cigars are the cross and the T, the dot and the I's, and that's what really cigars are about.
Yeah, and this has done exactly that. Perfectly. Yep.
Until next week, gentlemen.
Yep. Thank you, Michael.
Thanks, Mike. Well done, mate. Keep sending them. Good stuff. That goes for all the rest of you out there. Just always happy to taste the cigar that you love,
Helps when for the request you want. If you send us stuff, it's amazing how often you
send them in twos, because when they come in twos, we don't invite Kenny along.
It's even better.
We actually we do them ourselves. Just great fun.
Sorry, Ken.
Yes, stuff you.
Bad
the problem is that we've only got 2 cigars, so he'd be out here annoying us with his blower.
What?
Mate, he's emotionally attached to that blower. I can't touch it. He gets very upset.
Don't touch the blower.
That leaf blower is, I think it's the only power tool he's ever purchased in his life.
Yeah.
But he uses it.
Get rid of the cobwebs.
You got spiders flying all over you.
So he's just in theory blowing them up and they're coming back down over there.
Yeah, they go back up the walls, they start again. He just annoys them. We just spoke to Kenny, who's he's buying a new car this week, Kenny.
He's tossing up. What's he tossing up between a Subaru Liberty and
a Ferrari California? Somehow the software on the website he's looking at was a bit malfunctioning, and they both came in the same price bracket. Kenny obviously went for the California and rang the dealer, but.